Hi everyone, my name is Ben Jones and I'm an analyst at Dorsey, Wright & Associates, and welcome and thank you for joining me in the latest version of the DWA India Minute. And certainly it's been another interesting week in the global equity marketplace. We're seeing some cross currents as it relates to commodities, currencies, fixed income, international, domestic. Really almost all the major international benchmarks and indices out there are in negative territory for the year. And as it turns out, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is one of the strongest indexes this year, while the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange, their two major indices, the Sensex and the CNX Nifty, are down in double digits. So certainly there's some cross currents. Definitely pay attention to those charts, and especially those point and figure charts that you're using, and as well as rely on the research that is available to you on the StockEasy website. So let's start by taking a look at the CNX Nifty chart. We see that on the 50 rupee chart, it's been trading in a negative trend since August, and it continues to trade in a negative trend. We see that it rallied up to that bearish resistance line in early September, but it failed to penetrate. It could not get through that 51.50 level. So right now, that's that important level of resistance that we're looking at, while long-term or intermediate support can be found around 47.50, 4800. So what are some stocks to look at today? This week we're only going to look at stocks to go long, therefore some trading opportunities. Now, when I'm recommending these stocks, I'm saying to take a look at them as a mere suggestion. Use your own research, rely on the information that you have on StockEasy and any other forms of research that you have available to you. These are just some stocks that I see that are continue to trade in a positive trend and possess positive relative strength. We look at V-Guard Industries Limited. This one's trading in a positive trend, is a 5 for 5, which means it's outperforming the market, it's outperforming its peers, and we just saw it pull back to a nice entry point around that 208 level. Timken India Limited. This stock is trading in a positive trend as well. It possesses positive relative strength as it's a 5 for 5. We just saw its weekly momentum turn positive, which we're seeing that short-term moving average cross above that long-term moving average, which suggests some higher prices and a possible bounce in this this stock. We just saw it pull back to a nice entry point around 208, long-term support around 200. Dish TV India. This stock just broke through that negative trend line, now trading in a positive trend. It's also a 5 for 5, and we saw it pull back to a nice entry point around 77. You have plenty of support in that 72 to 71 range. That's where it bottomed in August, as well as at that recent pullback in September. And Remsen's Industries Limited. This stock has been trading in a positive trend since May of this year. So unlike most stocks in the Indian equity market, it did not violate its positive trend line. You have support around 23. Price objective, we're placing that around 37 for this stock that is priced around 23. That's a long-term price objective. So those are some stocks to look at this week as you're looking for ideas and opportunities in an overall weak market. Understand that the odds are stacked against you right now because the Indian market is weak. It is trading in a negative trend. So be cautious as you look for ideas and be extremely selective. And that's all I have for you this week, and I'll talk to you next week.